We had the traditional Dugan Thanksgiving where we just all kind of ate till we got bloated and then stripped down to our underwear and wrestled. That was more or less what we did. Last year, my grandma kicked my ass last year. But this year I put on a couple pounds and
you
learned a little bit about a thing called a full Nelson. So it was.
Took out Mom.
Yes. We had the thing I was grateful for one year. You ever go out for Thanksgiving like at a restaurant or something?
Yeah, we've done
Sure.
that.
Did it yesterday.
Did you really? Mm-hmm. That's not the same, though, is it? In some ways?
It's great. You don't have to
Clean up.
You don't have to cook.
Yep.
It's wonderful.
Was yours family style or
It was a buffet.
buffet? Because that family style thing can be a little misleading. I went to a restaurant. It's been a few years back, but it was Manson family style. We, you're forced to join other people at a table that you don't even know, and I didn't want to hear myself say, could you pass the fried biscuits, Squeaky? But, I heard myself say it.
I'll have the piggy.
So,
Hey, man. This turkey had a life once, man.
so I don't know. We didn't have a show last night down at the club.
No.
And I guess that was I said, come on, it's a holiday, chick. And he said, well, we're going to have to, dock you. And I said, okay, dock me as some, kicks. Should be a good week. Anyway, the rest of the week should be a good week. So we have the 2 shows tonight and 3 Saturday. I'm working with a couple of guys that are, you might know Steve Baird. Do you know Steve Baird?
Sure.
From Indianapolis.
Yeah.
And Kevin Naughton, who's from Chicago, and it's kind of a reunion show of sorts because for a couple of different reasons, we all did some time in prison together one time, now I think about it, and we were in a little improv troupe when they used to have their Monday nights down at the Indianapolis Comedy Connection. We were in a little improv troupe called Queerbait, so we're back together again for this week. Got the stiff competition with opening night was a pretty good night, in spite of the fact that Clues Hall was opening night too for Sound of Music and Marie Osmond, and it's just kind of hard to compete with nudity.
Yeah.
And that's what we were up against. I guess that shows a little.
I didn't know Marie was showing.
I didn't either. I'll be there tonight.
I think right during The Hills Are Alive, I believe she opens her blouse. I believe that's when she opens her blouse.
Hills
and
Are
it's
Alive.
Come to Papa.
The Sound of Music.
Yes, they are.
No wonder tickets are flying up.
Yeah, we have to take a break, and we're going to come back with our first, we're going to connect with the parade.
Okay.
All right, so we'll come right back at 7:49. 7:53 at Q95. You're with Bob and Tom. Good morning.
Good morning. Pat Carlini is here with us, along with Tony Saragusa from the Colts and comedian Dave Dugan, who's downtown at the Comedy Connection. Pat, what kind of a day are we looking for today?
Not bad. It's a little cloudy out, so it looks like it's about to rain. We kind of have that hanging over us this weekend. A little bit on Sunday, a few sprinkles on Saturday, but it should be okay for tonight if you're heading down to the tree lighting. So it'll be a little bit warmer than it has been, too.
All right.
Not bad.
Sounds good.
Tony Saragusa on the field at the RCA Dome.
Yeah.
8 o'clock in the evening on Sunday.
Yeah.
The old night game.
Do you guys, when you leave the hotel, do you take all your stuff with you?
Yeah.
So you don't have to go back to the hotel after the game?
Nah, it's not like you go back and make the bed or anything. No.
Okay. You check
Strictly
out.
check out.
Surprise
Little
you don't, so
bag.
you save some money on room service.
Oh, wow. What do you call me, cheap man?
Well, after the
Because I'm
after the
I'm
2-minute
addicted to
movie
that porno
preview.
network.
Now, we were talking with Dave Dugan earlier, and you were telling us about your Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, which is now over, and now we got the others coming up. And you ever had a really bad day?
Have I ever
To the
had-
point where everything
Oh, yeah.
is affecting you?
Sure.
Because I've had so many of those lately. Where I'm driving the other day, and it's such a bad day where you look in your rearview mirror, and you see a police officer back there, and you're thinking, if he even thinks about stopping me, I'm going to take him on a 3-state police chase. He's going to be
That's never
snuffing.
crossed my mind, no.
He's going to be snuffing me out of a windmill in Pennsylvania. You never take me alive, copper!
I know, that's never crossed my
happened to me.
mind.
Not that I'm a
How
violent.
about you, Tony? No?
I never really had that much gas.
Okay.
I just,
Yeah.
You know, one of my I have a relative of ours is the state police in Ohio.
State police officer?
And on the way over, one of my brothers, actually it was my brother-in-law, I guess I should say. I don't have any brothers. My brother-in-law was driving over and was speeding just a little bit, trying to get here early, and got pulled over by his own uncle. Wouldn't that be great?
Did he get a ticket?
He didn't even know it was him until the guy walks up to the car. He goes, "Can I see your license?" And he just went, "Oh my God!" Yeah. So.
Did you write him up? I would have handcuffed him, taken him to
Yeah,
jail.
really.
Kind of ruined
Strip
it.
search. Day out of
Oh,
it,
yeah.
huh?
Strip search.
Body search. Sure.
Cavity.
So you had Christmas with the Manson family, huh?
No,
It was
Thanksgiving.
actually Thanksgiving.
Oh,
That was years ago. But, we can talk about that some more if you'd like. Is that what we were doing? Were we leading me down that trail again?
Experience.
Did you want more?
Were you sharing taters?
See?
So you got to bring it over there.
I like that.
Way to squeeze that in.
Are we going to check in with our parade?
No, we're going to do that in a few minutes.
Well, let's play something from our brand new album, Canned Laughter. It's in all Karma stores starting today, and this is The Electric Amish on Q95.
Hey, Carl.
Ja, Graber.
Look at Barry back there. He's playing those drums like a crazy Mennonite.
Yeah, for that, he will surely burn in hell.
Yeah.
Hey, Graber, that guitar sure sounds great.
Yeah, thanks, Carl. I carved it from our old back door.
Those knobs are kind of shiny, though.
Yeah, don't tell the parson.
Okay.
Out in the field for 40 days. Plowing und planting und raking the hay. My mule Ezra is pulling the plow. I got him from Carl for some eggs and a cow. I work all day out in the sun. But after the meal, we start to have some fun, I say. Come on, Greta, and light the lamps. We're making lots of noise, but we don't got no amps. We are an Amish band. We are an Amish band. We'll help you build a barn. We just don't give a darn. We are an Amish band.
The women folk up in Napanee are working the churn for Graber Berry and me. Sweet, sweet butter, fresh baked pies. The smell of their cider about to make me high. Now these young maidens, they had a plan. They was out to meet us boys in their band. They said, the person's gone, now's our chance. And we proceeded to have a big square dance. We are an Amish band. We are an Amish band. We'll help you build a barn. We just don't give a darn. We are the Amish band.
I think they're plugging in here.
Oh, merciful God, please let the rest of this solo really jam. We are the Amish band. We are the Amish band. We stay all night and play, but first we all must pray. We are the Amish band. We are the Amish band. Yeah, yeah. We are the Amish band. Yeah, yeah. We are the Amish band. Yeah, yeah.
Q95, the Electric Amish, 7:59. You're with
The
Bob and Tom.
Amish
Good
band.
morning. Yeah.
That's from Bob and Tom. Canned Laughter, available at all Karma stores. It's a benefit for the Gleaners Food Bank and the Indiana Children's Wish Fund, among other charities. And today is the day it'll be for sale at all Karma stores. We'll be signing it if you want a signed copy. When are we doing that, Bob? Next
Wednesday at the Washington Square Mall.
Okay, and then we'll do it the following Saturday at the Glendale Mall, and we'll have one for you, Tony. I promise. But right now we don't have any copies.
They're all locked up. Everyone's got the day off today.
We have one copy in the studio, and actually the copy we have doesn't even have the album in it. So.
Oh, it's in my car. If you want that, I can get it for you.
That's okay. I'll wait.
All right.
Okay.
I don't want one of the signed ones anyway.
You want us to sign it for you?
Oh, definitely.
Tony Saragusa from the Colts is here with us, and also comedian Dave Dugan, who's downtown at the Comedy Connection, and we're going to come back with our parade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to take the break and then come back. Okay,
You
because the
betcha.
parade is starting at 8 o'clock, of course, in Indianapolis. The famous post-Thanksgiving Day parade.
Oh, it's huge.
Obviously, the Macy's
Humongous.
parade is a big one.
Not as
but
big as this, though.
Yeah.
Where's the best place to, see the parade from?
Usually from Premangers.
Yeah. Premangers?
The big department store, the roof of Premangers. They're always lined up 10, 12 deep.
Premangers.
Okay.
Okay, I guess that's
So,
down
Could I
by,
ask you
Do
a
they
quick
have a-
question?
Go ahead, Dave.
I just now feel like I woke up, and that's something that's been kind of
okay.
bothering me, and you guys have been friends for a long time. If you go to the doctor and get a complete physical, and he makes you cough more than 10 times, that's wrong, isn't it? Especially if he coaches you. Harder, faster.
One hand,
Baby, don't stop. What are you saying, Doc? I'll slap a restraining order on you so quick it'll make your head swim. What do you mean, put me in a condo? I don't need a sugar daddy. Get me the hell out of here.
That's a problem.
That's probably
That would be
I'd probably switch
Would be wrong
doctors.
there.
Yeah, that's
Holidays are rough for you. Things just don't go.
Now, was that holiday oriented? That
Seems
doctor?
to happen to you
Now,
around
Dave,
holidays.
Everything does.
Bob's got a birthday coming up. Bob, you're going to be hitting 44.
Yeah, 44 on
Dave,
a week from today, actually.
Oh,
Dave, you're what,
39.
39? Didn't know that.
Right.
Now, until last year, Dave, you were living with your parents.
That is not till last year.
That was 2 years ago.
That was
Tom.
over
Yeah,
at least
there
2
you
years
go.
ago.
So now you have your own house now.
I have my own house,
Now,
and
as a bachelor, I'll ask Tony also, are you going to put up a Christmas tree?
when you're 39 years old and you're a bachelor, as you put it, you pretty much feel like you're living in Howard Sprague's bachelor pad at that point. There's nothing romantic about being a bachelor. But yeah, I'll probably put a tree up.
You'll put a tree up? Tony, you going to put
That's
a tree up?
fast enough.
Real tree?
no. I put a real tree up last year. That was a mess.
We're getting 2 trees. We're getting them today.
Two
Mark?
trees?
Yeah,
This is a little early.
Nope, we've already ordered them.
No, a lot of people do that
Oh,
right after
people are-
Thanksgiving.
What do you want 2 trees? What do you need 2 trees for? You got
'Cause-
so many presents for your kids.
No,
Each one of them gets
it's
their own
one
tree.
for the upstairs, one for the
gift shop.
downstairs.
No.
And then there's
Oh,
a
so you have
third
a-
one for the gift shop.
No.
Oh, you have a mansion?
No, I don't. I put one. I live right around the corner from Pat. I put
Little
one.
larger house.
I put one in the living room,
Put
and then
Pat's house in his front room.
we put one outside on the balcony. We've got a deck.
Oh, the
Yeah,
balcony.
you gotta have one outside on the
of course.
deck. That
It's
makes
a deck.
sense.
yeah.
It's a
Everybody
simple
has some-
deck.
Put out on
Well,
the
like
deck.
it's a condo for the squirrel.
But you guys are very traditional with your Christmas, aren't you?
Oh, Tom is,
Real
yeah.
trees?
This is something you're commercial about it, and they're already decorating. And I just don't think that, the baby Jesus belongs on the same front lawn with a mock battle scene from the Power Rangers. I don't think that. He should not be put into that little skit.
I agree with you, Dave. 100%.
I did find this out. I discovered, you're right, I do discover a lot of things
See,
for the
the
holidays.
holidays.
Bad.
I did see one time where they had the full-size creche, and then they had the thing with Santa Claus climbing in the chimney at the same time. I thought that was bad. Very bad. A bad mix and match. Yeah,
That was
very
a bad mix and match. Poinsettias are poisonous. I did find that out last year.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, very.
I thought that was a myth for years, and just sitting in the lobby waiting for somebody, and was kind of hungry, so I started munching on one. And
Oh my God.
almost immediately, I was blind in one eye, and
Oh,
my foot was numb, and I looked down, and darn if I wasn't wearing stretch pants. I don't know how that happened, but
Who knows?
who knows? Thanks a lot.
Dave.
We're going to take a break.
Is that the theme of what I exist
We got to come
for?
back
Who
with
knows
news
what
and
the-
sports. Thanks, Tony. I know you got a meeting to get to. We'll see you Sunday night on the field.
Okay.
And
All right.
a couple of sacks. Maybe do something really subtle.
I want to hear more about your mansion next week. This
I don't live in a
house.
mansion. I have a nice house.
The mansion.
It has a gift shop.
It doesn't have a gift shop.
That's on the lower level. There's several levels to get through.
We'll
balcony in
take
the
a break
front of
and
the
come
house.
back
No,
with
it's
the...
in the back. In the back of the house, there's a deck. It's smaller than this room. It's not that
Come
big
back
of a
and
deal.
check in with the
First floor, second
parade.
floor.
It's 8:04.
On the
WFBQ,
third floor.
WNDE, Indianapolis.
I'm out of here.
808 at Q95. You're with Bob and Tom. Good morning.
Good morning. Now, we are going to go live to Premangers. Oh, wait, before we go,
Hold it. Before we do that.
we have Carlini.
Come on in, Pat.
Pat Carlini is here with her husband, who I think has the baby.
Oh, look at this.
Actually, I think the baby does look like John. Now that I
She looks like John a lot more than Pat.
Pat's new baby, Nicolette Grace, is here.
That's not your baby, Pat.
Oh, she just has a line.
She's
Wow, she went like this.
she has sort of a dark blonde hair,
Wake up, baby. Wake up.
Her
She does have a head full, doesn't she?
nice full head of hair. She does look like the father.
Oh, she's waking up a little bit.
Am I gonna have to pinch you?
Chick, leave the baby alone.
A rare moment of peace.
Look how much hair this child
I know.
has.
Wow, maybe we could do some kind of a transplant deal, Pat.
It looks like. Yeah,
I'll go for that.
she's got anchor person hair already. Look at that.
Yeah, exactly.
And anchoring the news, Tom Cochran and Nicolette.
She's one say hi.
Yeah, well, she's
know.
doing a fine job.
She gonna eat later? Or...
See? She's on the bottle, Chick.
Oh.
The bottle, the diaper bag.
No,
Gotcha.
no tap. Then.
Yeah.
Premangers.
It's time for us, 10 after 8, time for us to actually check in with, are the guys at Premangers? Is that where they are?
I think so.
I don't care if the little son of a bitch is 4 years old. He's going to get a hot end of a marble on his
Hello?
feet.
Hello?
Welcome to the Premangers Post-Thanksgiving Day Parade at Meridian and East Streets here in Indianapolis. I am the world's most cliched disc jockey, Nicaragua, and joining me some mile down the parade route is Q95's newest disc jockey, Ken Starr. Ken, can you hear me?
So nice to be with you, Nick.
Everything very clear signal this year, Ken, and not having any problem whatsoever.
Well, we've corrected the problem we had last year. If you'll remember, we... Kent McCord!
This is the Bucket O'Smart's Liberal Arts Marching Band moving beside us right now.
Yeah.
As we see one of the first floats. Well, where the hell did it go? I was just watching the Comcast float come down the street, and then all of a sudden the damn thing just went out and disappeared. Where?
Hello? Nick?
What?
Here comes the fabulous float sponsored by the Koala Center entitled Not a Happy Thanksgiving. On it, we see a giant wife and 2 children crying what appear to be realistic-looking cellophane tears while Daddy is heaving a literal cornucopia of fall flowers. Hervey Villages!
Is dead, isn't he?
Institute School Today Dyslexic Marching. What the hell is that?
Oh, and here's a favorite of senior citizens everywhere, Nick. It's the high-steppin' grannies from Silverbush, Arizona.
Well, hell, there's one of those floats. This float is, oh, God, it's a giant purple, overinflated, swerving side to side. It must, damn Barney. I hate that bit. Oh, hell, I didn't see it spitting out lake water. It's Ted Kennedy. I'm sorry.
Well, Nick, here's a float sponsored by the Indianapolis Sperm Bank, titled Life, Keep It Coming. It took over 20,000 flowers to create this giant restroom and that huge stack of magazines. In fact, Nick,
I understand that the copy of Swank alone is over 5 feet tall.
that's correct, because you see, Joyce DeWitt really did it for me, and...
Well, hell, the River Phoenix balloon is just laying on the ground and twitching. I don't think they're ever going to get it out. Now, of course, here comes one of our, well, this is the winner of the Mayor's Trophy. It's the Wheelers Wrecker float. You can see their little slogan there, fashioned entirely out of gardenias. When you need a tow, call us. What the? It's just a giant papier-mâché statue of Dwayne Brown.
And wrapping up this report, Nick, here's the float that was awarded Best Use of Budget. It's the Central Hardware Float. It's merely a flatbed truck with a huge sign reading Space for Rent, Zone Commercial. Live from Meridian and East Streets at Premangers, Nicaragua, and somewhere out in the streets, Ken Starr. Thanks, guys.
Fine. This segment brought to you by Greenwood Realty, where the customer is always white.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much.
Not to be confused with any other real organization.
Oh, my. What a guy.
Thank you. Thank you, Nick.
I guess we'll have more parade later on this morning.
Yes, sir. The news on Q95 this morning brought to you by
Kahlo Jeep Eagle. Kahlo, the #1 Jeep Eagle dealer in the state of Indiana. Don't stuff yourself with leftover turkey. Stuff yourself into a new Grand Cherokee.
Hey.
Or Vision. Or Talon.
A Talon.
Kahlo is open all day today and tomorrow. Lots of Jeep Grand Cherokees and Wranglers.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Kahlo Jeep Eagle on Connor Street in Noblesville.
Kahlo.
Say hello to Kahlo. On Connor Street in Noblesville next
Hello.
to Riverview Hospital.
Now, sitting in Pat's chair right now.
Wait a minute.
Nicolette.
This is Nicolette.
Where are the parents?
They're gone. She's abandoned.
I guess we're babysitting.
Child abandonment.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be careful with that chair.
She walking
She
yet?
is sound asleep. No, she's only
she's not
5
walking.
weeks
She's
old.
a little tiny little baby.
She's not
How long
walking
does
yet.
it take?
She's sleeping.
Oh, about a year.
I don't know anything about kids.
Year and a half.
That's right. You hold out. I was 9 before I walked. I could do it. It was just an attitude problem.
I see.
My dad hadn't slapped some sense into me. I would have slunk up to get my diploma like a snake. A snake with no spine.
Thank you, Dave. Dave Dugan is here with us.
Sadly, I'm going to be an
great
older
little
dad.
baby. She's not
That's the
even-
problem I'm facing.
Yeah, you're going to be an old dad by the time.
Yeah.
You're 39, you say?
39, so I'll be looking
least-
for somebody to do some chores.
Wow, you're spermer on walkers.
Yeah.
You better hurry up.
Baby's first steps are going to be behind a Toro because I'm going to need a little help at that point.
Yep.
Okay, now, someone be watching that baby.
We're
That's not the most sturdy seat there, Pat, so you better hang on to
Oh,
it.
she's fine.
Tom's not an alarmist, though. Don't worry
No.
No, as the cameraman turns and the baby's knocked off the thing and, you know.
I
Time for us to check in with the news and
We're all aware of
Christy.
the little baby there. We wouldn't knock her off her chair.
Fine.
Christy.
Good morning.
On purpose.
Few clouds today. Mild, look for a high of 50 degrees. Here's what's making news. The first stores are opening their doors to welcome the influx of Christmas shoppers down the south side at Greenwood at the Value City store there.
Oh.
They were lined up around the building
It's
to get
unbelievable.
in this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It was incredible.
I don't care what you do, just go right to towels.
Okay.
Today is the traditional start of the 94 Christmas shopping season, and the weekend is usually the busiest one of the year for sales.
Speaking of shopping, don't forget that our brand new album, Bob and Tom Canned Laughter, is available at all Karma stores throughout
Today.
Indiana. It's sponsored by Long Electric in the Indianapolis. Honda dealer.
Congratulations. I think this is the first time you've ever had it.
No, this is the second time, actually.
Oh, the second time we've had
Man,
it
the
for the
first time,
busiest shopping
the
weekend.
first time must have been a long time ago then.
First
Yeah,
time
it's
was
been a while.
3 years ago.
It was?
It was?
You were on time 3 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
Which album was that?
I was in charge of it then, too?
Yes, you were. Shocking, but true.
Wow. 'Cause Thanksgiving must have come really late. Now, this year is a short Christmas shopping season.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that? There's one less weekend than usual.
There is?
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me that.
I didn't realize
Really?
that.
Yeah. So it's a short
full-
season.
It's a full month. Today's the 25th, right? 1 month away.
What are you getting me, Chick?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What do you want?
I've already got all your guys' presents.
I got
Of
everybody.
course.
I have everybody's present except for Christie's.
Oh, come on. You're kidding.
No.
I have no idea what to get you guys this year. It's
You know, my
Stumper.
birthday's tomorrow.
Your
That's
birthday's
what I
tomorrow,
forgot.
Chick?
That's what I forgot. Oh, that's right. I'm giving you my tickets.
Yeah, you're
as
giving me
your
tickets to the
birthday
Colts game,
present.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So, Tom, what are Christy? Dave?
Chick,
Happy birthday.
Chick, how old are you going to be tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Yes.
31.
And
Liar.
plus,
I'm going to be 37.
are you really?
I'm in my later 30s now. 34, 35, 36, mid-30s. 37, 38, 39, late 30s.
Then the big 4-0.
And then the big 4-0, if I make it. 'Cause that's a long time away.
That's true.
Well,
Man.
Well, happy birthday.
your birthday's
Chick.
tomorrow, Chick?
Should have brought a cake.
Nah, screw it.
Mine's next Friday.
That's right. We're both
Maybe
Sagittarius.
you guys can
Sagittarius.
have a party together somewhere.
Maybe we'll do that Sunday, Chick.
Maybe we should do that
At the game.
now.
the
Right
game.
now.
All right, let's get some booze.
Let's break out the booze.
And have a ball.
Maybe we have some of that cranberry beer lying around from Friday.
That's
Hey.
From Wednesday. That was actually delicious. You know, I was making fun of it because I thought it was a
No,
joke.
just an unusual.
I thought it was a gag because chicks sometimes during the commercials make stuff up, and I thought cranberry beer, that sounds really funny because it sounds so disgusting. and I said this was the stuff that India turned down. No, we're alcoholics.
we
but
don't want
want
it. No.
And it's in fact not the case. That it's very fine.
You tried some on
it was
Wednesday.
Great.
I
It
know
was
you did.
fabulous beer. Very nice. Thanks to the
So what are we going to do
Sam
about the
Adams
family truck store? Are we going to try to purchase that?
people. I think what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to put it on display at one of our signing parties.
Oh, really?
In the next week or so, yeah.
Cool.
We'll see.
We're working on that. In the meantime,
Okay.
back
In
to
other
the news
news,
with Christy Lee.
Tonight is the traditional lighting of the world's largest Christmas tree at Monument Circle. Festivities start around 5 o'clock. There'll be entertainment with good friend Duke Tomato, along with folks from the Indianapolis Ballet Theater. We had Karen here, one of the ballerinas from there last week and earlier in the week, and she's going to be somebody from there is going to be on hand. Also, Bobby Helms will be downtown to sing Jingle Bell Rock.
Jingle Bell Rock. He's the guy.
The Bobby
The
Helms?
guy. The guy.
He lives in Martinsville?
Near Martinsville.
Really?
Bet he gets a nice check every year about
Right about February. No doubt.
is that how long it takes.
I would
You know who
imagine.
else famous lives here?
If
You
not longer.
never think of it?
Who?
Meryl Streep's brother lives here.
Oh, yeah. All of them do. They all live
Over on
out
the west
west.
side. Over on the west side.
So does
Jack
Meryl
went to
Streep's-
school with them.
And I
Meryl
probably
Streep's husband is from here.
I
isn't he?
probably shouldn't say this.
The Gummer
but
Boys.
Meryl comes here all the time because nobody recognizes her.
She eats at St. Elmo's a lot.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. Well, good for her.
Did you see that new movie? she's
Matter
in?
of fact, she's out in the car right now.
River
Let's bring
Wild?
her in.
The movie River Wild.
I didn't see the river. I heard it was very good, though.
Yeah, they said it was
That's what I
very,
heard.
very exciting.
She uses a Polish accent, interestingly enough.
Is her name Sophie in it?
I will not go up these river
Where were we?
We were talking
So
about
good
the
morning.
lighting of the Christmas
I bet
tree.
they're here. I bet they're here this weekend. I bet
Who?
the Streeps are in town.
Well, good morning to
The
the
Gummers.
Thanksgiving. The Gummers, whatever.
Yes.
Good morning, Gummers.
The 30th annual lighting will begin at 7 o'clock downtown on the Circle. Graceland kicks off their holiday season today with the lighting of Elvis's traditional decorations. Hundreds of blue lights along the Graceland driveway lead to the front grounds, decorated with a life-size nativity scene, lighted trees, a Santa, sleigh, and reindeer.
Oh, man.
They leave the decorations up, by the way, till Elvis's birthday on January 8th every year.
I'll be damned.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, man.
Elvis is writing a new Christmas song. I heard yesterday in the news he's decomposing.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Once again. It's so old, but
Polish
so
accent.
funny.
State police are still warning you to be safe while you're driving this Thanksgiving weekend. They do have increased patrols out on the roadways. Over in Poland, a tragedy during a concert there. 2 people killed, more than 300 injured. The crowd of up to 1,000 were watching a broadcast of last night's MTV European Music Awards when the fire broke out. In fact, many of them thought the fire was part of the concert's special effect, and that slowed down the evacuation. MTV Awards, by the way, went to Mariah Carey, Aerosmith, and Bryan Adams. The show's votes were phoned in by European MTV viewers. That's how they were judged. Speaking of judged, an Ohio judge who imposed the death penalty on a double murderer would like that execution to be televised live.
Yes.
He apparently feels that Judge Anthony Calabrese Jr. is his name. He says that the public execution of Tyson Dixon would show that swift and certain punishment awaits criminals, especially in the state of Ohio.
His name's Tyson.
Yeah.
They gonna poach him?
Fry him up. I think barbecue him, Tom.
The execution is set for February 24th, 1995. No one's been executed in the state of Ohio since 1963.
It's when Metzenbaum died, isn't it?
Boy.
Yeah, no, he's still alive.
He's the big article about him in the paper this morning.
There
Is there?
is?
About Howard Metzenbaum.
He's
yeah.
so rich.
Yeah, he sure
Yes,
is.
he is.
Speaking of
That's
rich,
why he can be. That's why he can be the way he is.
That's
Yeah.
why he was a senator. That's,
Powerball's at $70 million for Saturday. The folks at the Hoosier Lottery, though, are warning you to exercise control when buying your lottery tickets.
I'll have.
Did you buy any lottery tickets, Dave?
Did not buy any. Was it a big?
You got till Saturday.
You got till
$70
Saturday.
million, yeah.
Now this is true.
Turn me around.
This
Turn
is
my
true.
career around.
During
So
our
fledgling at this point.
during our signing party on Wednesday, we had 2 lottery winners in line, big winners.
yeah.
A guy that won $5,000 from winning the cash song here.
Wow.
And then another guy who was written up in the paper. His name, F-A-G-G,
Mr. Fag.
Mr. Fag.
Yeah.
He and his wife won $14 million.
And they still live here? I'd be into
Yeah,
here.
they're building a new house and they started a little business and they
It's a
have,
fag bar.
It's not a bar.
Not a fag bar.
It's got a great sound system.
It does. And
Decorated rollout, too, I hear.
he said he still has lots of money left over. I guess they're doing fine.
I bet.
Did you? There's an interesting thing I was reading the other day about Donovan Leach, the son of Donovan. Mm-hmm. He's in this band. Have you heard about this?
No.
They're called Nancy Boy,
Uh-oh.
which is a term primarily used in
Group of
England.
homos, isn't it, Tom?
Yeah, usually.
But apparently they call themselves the Fag Four.
Oh, really?
Like the Beatles were the Fab
Yes.
Four.
Yeah.
Kind of
Nancy Boyd, the fag
that's
four.
what they call themselves. I'm not trying to use a pejorative term in a negative way in the air, but that's what they call themselves. So.
Cracker Jack will announce next week that it's hidden a certificate for a $10,000 diamond ring in a box of its new Nutty Deluxe Cracker Jacks. The prize is part of a promotion inspired by the 1961 movie Breakfast at Tiffany's. In that film, of course, you'll recall George Peppard falls in love with Audrey Hepburn and gives her an engraved Cracker Jack ring. So,
how nice.
Yeah, it's $10,000, much better than the ring she gets out of there, by the way.
No doubt.
Jackie Mason has filed a $25 million lawsuit against 5 theatrical groups responsible for Broadway's Tony Awards because they failed to nominate him in any category. He claimed that the lack of recognition for his one-man show, Jackie Mason, Politically Incorrect, was an abridgment of my rights as a human being, quote unquote.
Maybe it was just bad.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's actually realized that he isn't funny.
Jackie Mason.
I'll tell you what,
He
a
is
lot of people.
he is the worst
they don't
entertainer
understand
I've ever seen.
But you can't understand what I'm saying, so that's supposed to do.
He's suing people for not giving him an award?
Yep, for not nominating him.
Maybe we should countersue.
You know,
being so
every time he gets publicity, it's for something awful.
Yeah.
Go figure, huh?
Yeah.
Officials in Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania, have dropped a requirement that high school students shower after gym class.
What?
The Pittsburgh chapter of the American Civil Liberties Union had threatened to sue, arguing the requirement violates students' privacy by forcing them to be naked in front of classmates.
No, please.
Ugh, that'll be a stinky school, huh?
Well, Stuart,
Guess you had gym first period, huh?
That was the worst mistake I ever made. Sophomore year, I had gym first period.
Ugh.
So you had to get up.
I used to have
take a
gym
shower,
right after lunch.
Go in.
That was horrible.
Shower. So go to school. I was very clean that year, though.
Oh, good.
Why did you bother showering before you went in then?
Well, that was during Chick's disco days.
That was my disco days. I had to put the
Had the choker on.
And then,
Had that long flowing hair.
Had to blow dry the pompadour.
See, it's very important now when you're first seen and you're going into campus.
You make a statement.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm an idiot.
I don't remember.
That's a statement you make.
I never showed up for school anyhow. So.
Among current course selections at Oregon State University's Food Science and Technology Department is a one-credit class called the Maraschino Cherry.
What?
Yes.
I'm in.
Among the lecturers were 2 retired professors who returned especially to talk on the history of the maraschino cherry.
You know those plastic cherries that you get? I mean, they're not plastic, but
What do
they're
you mean
pure plastic.
Where?
In the jar.
Yeah.
You know, you get a jar of cherries.
Those are maraschino cherries.
Yeah, they stay in your stomach for like 2 years. Did you know that? They don't decompose.
Who told you that?
I heard it somewhere.
You learned that in class?
And you know what else?
Such an
If you
idiot.
swallow a watermelon seed,
It'll grow in your
it'll
stomach.
go in your stomach.
Thanks. Thank you for clearing that up. Is
Great.
it time for sports?
Yeah.
No, it is not. We'll
Take
come
a
right
break
back.
and come back with
It's
sports.
8:27.
Only one.
Hi there, 8:31 at Q95. You're with Bob and Tom. Good morning.
Eating the traditional Armenian Thanksgiving grape leaves, stuffed grape leaves that Bob makes every year and brings in. Very
Stall.
tasty.
Stall.
Okay, I'll stall by saying, don't forget today you can go to any Karma store and buy Bob and Tom canned laughter. It's also available at the Q store in the Greenwood Mall. And where is it available at the Washington Square Mall?
I believe they're.
I asked for a memo about that and never got it, so I'm sorry. I don't know.
Isn't there a kiosk there also?
No, it's in one of the stores, though.
Okay.
Washington Square Mall. Is there a liner over
Oh,
there?
that's right. It's in the. It's an athletic store.
Is there a liner over there? We'll look
The
for that.
sweatshirts?
No, the album.
Anyway, Long Electric and the Indianapolis Honda dealers. Excuse me. Long Electric and the Indianapolis Honda dealers present Bob and Tom. Canned laughter, a benefit for Gleaners Food Bank, the Indiana Children's Wish Fund. All Karma stores. They're all over the place, all over Indiana. And
Okay, here it. Oh, that's the sweatshirt.
also the Q store at the Greenwood Park Mall and somewhere unknown at the Washington Square Mall. Well, that ought to pack them in, knowing that.
We're talking the album. I have the sweatshirt thing. I don't have the album.
Okay, well, I'll find out.
All right.
I had asked for a memo.
It's okay. All right, gotcha.
I can't do everything.
No, you can't.
Pacers 123, Warriors 96 last night at
Yay.
the arena.
Hey, go Pacers.
They looked tough last night.
Rick Smits 12 out of 14 from the floor, 28 points, 4 boards. Pacers play the Bucks tonight at the arena.
Reg, did you happen to be watching Mark Patrick last night on TV?
No, I missed that.
Reggie was in great form for his interview.
Was he?
He was really looking good, funny, and looking real happy.
I'll bet.
They were real funny talking about what they had done for Thanksgiving. And see, they couldn't eat all their turkey. They're called tryptophan.
Some sort of
it's a sleepy chemical, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some chemical in turkey that actually does make. It's the same thing that you can find in milk that makes you
Really?
drowsy.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a drowsy thing. Now, apparently, with some people, it also causes excessive flatulence. I don't want to name any names. So I've already gotten in trouble about this, but
It doesn't affect me that
certain
way.
people walking around my house yesterday repeatedly fanning themselves in the rear, going, "Oh, sorry." Wow.
Well,
I'm stunned.
You're stunned.
I'm stunned. Glenn Robinson's first game here in Indiana as a professional tonight. Bucks and the Pacers
Sold out.
and that's sold out. Boy, it was close to sell out. If it wasn't sold out last night, it sure did look that way.
it was touted as a
It was
sellout.
packed.
Well, Mark said it was close to a sellout. No, tonight's game is a sellout officially. But,
That's
but
what I heard.
it's still not going to be televised. Is that correct?
No, it will not be televised.
Okay. So there.
That's the rule, man.
It will be, however, broadcast.
Yeah.
Someday, by
WNDE.
golly, we'll get on cable, won't we?
On 1260 WNDE tonight with Mark and Slake.
Okay.
Purdue opens the basketball season tonight. While you're down there. Purdue opens the basketball season tonight in Hilo, Hawaii. Gene Katie's Boilers will face the Niagara Throbbing Purple Eagles in the opening round of the Big Island Invitational. That's at 10:30 tonight. Purdue plays because they're in Hawaii,
Is it on TV?
and that's a different
Time zone.
Probably.
Thank you.
different
I
time.
imagine
Thank you.
ESPN will cover it.
Doctor.
I
Somebody
think it
will.
is on. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. 1260 WNDE will have that game tonight.
Cool.
Boy, I hope that Pacer game gets over by 10:30.
Yeah, me too.
That'll be real messy. Miller over to Waddell. Right. Very.
Did Reggie start playing for the Boilermakers?
Hey.
Katie and Brown are going at it. Let's see what else we got here. Number 1 meets number 3 tonight in Springfield, Mass. Defending champ, top-ranked Arkansas will meet Massachusetts in the Tip-Off Classic. Preseason NIT will be decided today at Madison Square Garden. Gary Trentmouth will lead 23rd-ranked Ohio University to the Garden floor against New Mexico State. For the third consecutive year, Steve Entman's season ending early due to injury. This time it's a herniated disc in his neck. He's going to be operated on in the next week. And
Wow, bad luck.
he'll be ready for next year. Top 25 college basketball scores from yesterday. Number 21, Villanova, 75. Alaska Anchorage, 58. Minnesota upset number 5. Arizona, 72-70. Top 25 college football. West Virginia beat number 22 Syracuse, 13-0. And the NFL yesterday, Dallas and Jason Garrett beat Green Bay, 42-31. And Detroit beat Buffalo, 35-21. And sports this morning brought to you by Speedway Mazda. Sure, a Jerry Garcia Chia pet would be a nice gift for the holidays, but wouldn't it? It wouldn't be able to set you free. It wouldn't let your spirits soar. It wouldn't get your undying gratitude from your partner or kids. But a Mazda Miata would. Gift wrap a classic Mazda Miata convertible, the perfect gift. Put a bow on the hood. Leave it in the driveway. Leave your hat on and take your top off. West 16th Street. That's Duke Gold Speedway Mazda. Ron Colley tonight, Class 3A High School Football Championships, RCA Dome. They take place at, they start actually at 12:30 with a bunch of, well, Sheridan and Northwest.
5A, 4A, and 3A today. 2A and 1A tomorrow, right?
No, 1A, 2A, and 3A today, 4 and 5A tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Chick usually goes AA every Friday.
Oh, you're already at AA?
Hello, my name's Chick, and I'm an alcoholic.
Hi, Jack.
Hi, Chick.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. And I think before we finish sports, I think we have another special report, don't we?
Oh, is it time to check in with the parade again?
I think it is.
Oh, there they are.
So, I mean, I just kind of work gigs when they need me to.
Hello?
And, basically, I'm a full-timer.
Hello?
My salary in a company
Nick,
car over
Nick.
Houston.
Hello, Nick.
We joined.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Chick,
Huh?
You ever see one of these?
hello.
Q95 Bob and Tom keychain.
Hello.
Nick. Good morning to you. I am Nick Aragua, the world's most cliched disc jockey at the corner of Meridian and East Streets for the post-Thanksgiving Day parade, and I'm joined by Q95's newest disc jockey, Ken Starr. Ken, can you hear me about a mile down the parade route? Are you there?
So nice to be with you, Nick. Passing in front of me now, one of the crowd favorites.
Ken.
Joan Embry.
Behind me, the music from the Coatesville School of Urinal Design, marching Johnny Cakes. And the float, what the hell? Oh, God, look at the size of this thing. It's been here all night. It stretches over 1.5 miles. It's the Meyer store float. And interestingly enough, it's been crafted entirely from recycled white trash.
Nick? Wow. Passing in front of me now is the float judged to have the most inventive use of the Thanksgiving theme. This year it goes to PT's Show Club for their entry simply titled Gobble Gobble. And here's this year's winner of the most realistic award. It's a giant float recreating the O.J. Simpson getaway.
Oh, God.
It's a Ford Bronco, crafted entirely of white gardenias. In fact, Nick, the bloody glove alone uses over 5,000 red roses.
Heartwarming. Well, this, now you can see marching in front of me the Judeo-Crisco Harpo Church of the Shaft of the Holy Thing marching acolytes.
Holy Thing? I heard that.
Here come some of those giant celebrity balloons. This is the... Oh, look at that. It's the Sean Dawkins balloon dropping tiny footballs all over Indianapolis. The kids love it. And, well, God, according to my list, the Cheryl Gilbert balloon is supposed to be here. What the hell is the deal with that? Ken, do you know anything?
Just heard a report it took the wrong route, Nick.
Oh, it's going to be about 35 minutes late. Fine.
Here's a popular entry. Very popular entry. It's the Mars Supermarket float. Bunch of their employees throwing giant butterball turkeys into the crowd, apparently frozen. Oh, my God, someone attend to it. That little boy. Lad down, lad down. Busted clavicle.
Well, this is Major Ron's Military and School of the Dance marching band moving before us right now. And, well, apparently this is the Mike Ahern balloon towering some 18 inches above Meridian Street.
Here's one of my favorites, Nick. It's the Politically Correct Society of Indianapolis with their version of the first Thanksgiving. Very beautiful. It's a group of Native Americans eating a strictly vegetarian meal and refusing liquor.
Most unusual. Here's just behind the St. Roy and Bill's Little School on the Rocks marching band, the Boxing Legends float. There you can see the papier-mâché likenesses of former champion Muhammad Ali, their current heavyweight champion George Foreman. And it's my understanding that over 4,000 fresh gardenias were used to fashion the Mike Tyson license plate on the back of the float.
Oh, nice.
Nick, passing in front of me now is the Hooks Drug Convalescent Care float, entitled Feel Good this Thanksgiving. It features a giant John Smith and Pocahontas wearing neck braces and what appear to be giant trusses made of beautiful lilies. Oh, and look there. Big Chief Redman has a prosthesis.
Very realistic. Well, there's former Indianapolis Colt Eric Dickerson handing out Butterfingers to the kids. There's the giant Kathy Rigby balloon. As is tradition, anchored by one giant string. Kid! What the hell is she dropping out of there? Here it's just Big Red. Go ahead.
I think it's time for us to do a key.
Bob, before you go,
Yes.
here's a crowd favorite.
Okay.
It's the 17th Shriners Unit with their entry titled Don't Drink and Drive. It's 37 tightly choreographed mini bikes weaving in and out, and they're... Shriner down. That's an alcohol fire.
On that note, we'll check in with the parade. I think the conclusion of the parade's coming up shortly.
Nicaragua and Ken Starr at Meridian and East Street.
Doing a fine job.
At Premangers covering the covering the parade. Where were we?
Christie's turn.
Christie, yes.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
The Los Angeles Times has reported that engineer Walt Neschert has invented a smoker's hat with a facial apparatus that he says completely filters the noxious elements out of cigarette smoke before it's released into the air. A filtering locker, which is about 6 inches square by 3 inches high, cleanses the smoke and is strapped onto the smoker's forehead. A clear plastic shield drops in front of his face to trap the smoke, which is then drawn up into the filter.
Boy, that sounds weird.
That's got to be a good-looking hat.
Hey, nice toque.
I bet that looks kind of like a thing the Pope wears.
I'm sure. With a face guard.
They hope to sell the hats for $79.95.
They hope to.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
That will
that'll
never
work. You
sell.
We'll come right back. It's 8:45. 8:49 at Q95. You're with Bob and Tom. Good morning.
Good morning. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving.
Yes, I
I
did.
know we had a great Thanksgiving, and saw my wife's family last week. I told you about that. We were out at the farm.
Right, and your family's here.
Some of the members of my family are here this week, and so we had a great Thanksgiving yesterday again.
So you had a double Thanksgiving.
A double Thanksgiving, can't beat that.
Not bad.
And even though we didn't have Thanksgiving at our house, Betsy did prepare some turkey so we could have turkey sandwiches this weekend, so we can pretend that we had Thanksgiving at our house.
See, that's what it's all about. Doesn't matter. But you didn't have the big mess to clean up yesterday.
Right. We'll play a little Thanksgiving music here for you in a second from our brand new album. Today is the biggest shopping day of the year. Everybody knows that. And
I think today's the day I'm going to take care of my leaves finally, too.
What?
Really? Dave Dugan is here with us. Dave, I know you're a homeowner now, so.
Yes, I am, and but I hate raking leaves.
Oh, who
because
doesn't?
It's such an endless task, and it's kind of like eating grape nuts. Raking leaves, I think.
I don't see the comparison.
No matter how many you eat, there's twice as many left in your bowl. Those damn things are reproducing, and they're some sort of mutant cereal. But raking leaves also brings back bad flashbacks of childhood, I think, and that's why I hate doing it so much.
Why?
I just Saturday morning is going to be watching cartoons and might get out there and rake those leaves. That's the way my dad would say. And then, of course, I'd say, kiss my ass, Padre, and then I'd be grounded all of autumn. So why is there anything pleasant about that season?
Sure.
And so I don't rake, but today I think I'll take care of them.
Well, you might as well.
Because it's just like one big pile of leaves anyway at this point in my yard. And so I'm just going to light the whole thing on fire and
that's nice.
Rescue my possessions and move on. Be a nomadic lifestyle.
Now, Dave, we were talking earlier about your career.
Yes, we
Dave,
were.
you started out in radio, and now you've been doing stand-up comedy for many years, traveling on the road, living at your parents' house well into your 30s.
Now, wait, I don't know which we should talk about first. The career.
Well, don't forget, he actually had a marriage or two in between there.
Oh, yeah. No, come on. My God, painting such an ugly... Oh, God.
So you're no longer living at home, though.
Yes, my ass. I'm making too much eye contact today. I bet that's my fault.
I'm sorry.
Well, I made a date. I was kind of concerned when you said last year I was living with my parents, and I tried to remember exactly when it was.
Right.
And it was from, and I was back and forth from California, so I wasn't living with them constantly, but from April of 91 through June of 92. Okay,
well,
that's
a long time.
14. God, I was a blood-sucking parasite. Jesus. I'll never be able to return that favor. But anyway, my memories of living with my parents and why we get along well, which is good. So, but we also it scares other kids in the neighborhood when you're over the age of 25 and you're living with your parents.
Why is that?
I can hear what they're saying. And Boo Radley lives in that house. He's living down the basement with Leatherface. I saw him once. So you have to move on. But I remember the awkward moments that made me kind of know that I had to leave. And there was two things that happened. One, we were sitting around the dinner table one night, and they were just staring at me.
Right.
That stare that I remember my parents giving me when they wanted to hear something good going on in my life when I was, growing up. And I didn't know what to say. I wanted them to quit staring, so I said the first thing I thought might make them stop it. I said, guess what, mother, father, I just went back to school recently. And they were smiling so big, I didn't have the heart to tell them it was traffic school that I was attending once again. That would just make their eyes well up with tears and spoil the whole mood. And then the other thing was when I rented a video. I rented a video once to watch with my parents, and it was Midnight Run. Remember that movie?
Yes.
Robert De Niro
and Charles
Grodin. It was a great movie, and
yeah.
in the theater I really enjoyed it, but I didn't remember there was so much swearing.
Oh.
Like every other word for De Niro was the F word. And when you're in a closed den with your parents, that just cuts right through. And I was doing anything I could to distract them.
Right.
I was, every time he would start swearing, mother, father, that's a wonderful Hummel you have on you. How long have you, remember that summer vacation we took 20? I spilled a Coke on purpose, so my mom would have to, clean it up. And finally got to the point, my pants around my ankles. Mommy, Daddy, does my pee-pee look sore to you? So it was time to move on.
I can see why you moved. Yeah.
Get a roof over my head.
How's the career going? You're doing a lot of voice work. I hear your voice all the time.
It's going all right. I mean,
you also work at another radio station here in town.
I do. Yeah.
Occasionally. Yeah.
Okay.
On
occasion.
Russian trader.
Well, I could I was in the grocery store the other night about midnight. It was a Friday night. If you ever go in the grocery store late, you know how that feels.
Sure.
There's some piped-in music. I even remember it was Man Eater by Hall & Oates.
Oh, really?
Wow.
And I'm trying to decide what percentage milk I want.
Right.
And I'm thinking, my life really hasn't turned out like I thought it would. I'm humming Man Eater, and I'm deciding what percentage milk I want to get in the store. My point is, I think, 1 minute you're Will Schreiner's sidekick, and Arsenio Hall's making you an honorary member of the Black Pack, and next thing you know, you're going door to door with a cast of 8 is enough, begging for a project.
Oh, man.
I had to jump back in the grocery store
Yeah.
that night, too. I hate that, don't you? When you forget something and you've already been in and you didn't have a very good time the first time
Right.
around.
Got to go back.
I'm afraid I'm going to get that same lady, at the cash register, and she's going to acknowledge that I'm coming back. So back again? What are you talking about? Well, you were just here and you got a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, I think I see what's going on here. Yeah, you must have waited on my dumbass twin. Yeah, and did he get some Cocoa Puffs and some wax beans and some juice? Well, it's uncanny. You're dressed alike and you look just exactly alike. Can we cut with the small talk, woman? I just need my gas X rang up, and my car's still running. My brother said you were a bitch.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Dave Dugan is at
That was a good end for that.
Downtown Comedy Club.
Puzzled by my
The Comedy Connection. Dave's gonna be departing. We'll see you.
Yeah, thanks again.
We'll see you downtown tonight, Dave.
Yeah.
Also, I want to play a Christmas song. I mean, a Thanksgiving song, kind of a
Go
turkey
ahead.
thing. This is a Christmas or a Thanksgiving song. I think you got it over there, Bob.
I don't. You have to.
Okay, this is a song about eating turkey with Dean and Jerry from our new album, Canned Laughter. It's at all Karma stores today. This is Dean and Jerry on Q95.
Whoa, I just love this time of year, don't you, Jer?
I sure do, Dino. 'Tis the season.
Check out those breasts.
I like their size
How about those legs?
and juicy thighs. My tongue is flapping.
Oh, stop your yapping. We're eating turkey. We invited our family.
They only came here.
Going to be departing. We'll see you.
Yeah, thanks again.
We'll see you downtown tonight, Dave.
Yeah.
Also, I want to play a Christmas song. I mean, a Thanksgiving song, kind of a
Go
turkey
ahead.
thing. This is a Christmas or a Thanksgiving song. I think you got it over there, Bob.
I don't. You have to.
Okay, this is a song about eating turkey with Dean and Jerry from
8:58 at Q95. You're with Bob and Tom. Good morning.
Dean and Jerry from Bob and Tom Canned Laughter. Our new project, our charity Christmas project, a benefit for Gleaners Food Bank and the Indiana Children's Wish Fund. Available at all Karma stores starting today. We'll do a couple of signing parties next week. Next Wednesday, we'll be at
Washington Square Mall
at a place unknown
to be announced later. Then Saturday, the 3rd of December, we'll be at the Glendale Mall. And then I do believe It's the 14th of December at Greenwood Park Mall.
Something like that, okay. So if you want a signed copy, we will be out and about doing that down the road a piece. We're going to be checking in with Milo Tremley in just a few minutes. Milo is entering the studio right now. Milo, come on.
Milo, how are you?
Milo in the silo,
Yes, indeed.
a veteran of this program, and Milo has been featured, in fact. He was featured on our album from last year with a little ditty. Last year's Christmas album, Lollapaloozers, which was a sellout.
Right.
It's sold out. We had a great showing, by the way, at our first signing party. A lot of people came by. I want to thank
A
them
lot of people.
for coming by. Milo, will you saddle up to that microphone there, please? Milo Tremley is at Crackers Comedy Club at Keystone at the Crossing tonight and tomorrow and Sunday. Milo, good morning. Nice to see you again.
It's wonderful to be back here. Thank you for bringing me in and allowing me to sit down at your desk.
No problem.
Now, I understand you've got a new tune. Is that correct?
Well, I'm cutting a new one.
Okay, well.
It's actually an old song, but I'm cutting it. It's just a copy. Sometimes it's hard to be a woman. What?
I don't know.
What's weird about that?
Just doesn't cut it for some reason.
Well, let's hear it. Is that it?
Well, I've written a couple. Actually, this one my wife wrote. Cramps and cravings, swollen hips, birds fly over fingertips, constant crying, depressed and stressed. She's a moody female with PMS. Ooh, bitchy woman. See how women hate that.
I'll bet they do.
And I've been getting a lot of flack for it. So what I've done, I'm trying to make it up to women. And here's what I've done. I've come up with something. This little payback. If I were a woman, this is something that I probably would find funny, which I don't. But. See his hair, how thick it's grown, but friend, it hasn't been that long. It wasn't thick. I laughed at him and he got mad. The day the hair club planted it, it looked like twigs. Sagging belly, blubber butt, itchy nuts, too tired to fix things around the house. Snoring, belching, booger picking, fligging, sticking, toenail clipping, skid mark shorts. That's
And honey, I love you.
Milo Tremley is perhaps best known in these parts for a patriotic song called "Kick-Ass USA."
Oh yeah,
and a little something that appeared on our record last year. Can we ask you? Can we request that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This is a tune that you did last year for us.
You mean the wonderful, the pretty song?
That's the one. Yeah,
it
this
is right here. This is for those people who have been through a breakup. You're not happy about it. In fact, it's hit you right in the really very painful part of your stomach.
Yes.
Get sick, turn my stomach, throw up, chuck, pray to the porcelain god. Barf, belch, bail out, blow chunks, lose lunch, vomit, drop your cookies, heave a log. Evacuate all you ate, retch, Ralph, regurgitate, El Pucomondo, spew. Curl, purge are just a few words that come up when I think about you.
A love song from Milo Tremley. Thank you, Milo.
That's beautiful.
Milo in the silo.
Milo in the silo. And by the way, I want to tell everybody that we bring our own speakers now, and they're huge. And they're stacked on the stage. I mean, they stand up above my head on either side, so I have to squirm in between these two speakers to do the show. But the music kicks.
Well, great. Well, good. Well, we're going to come back with a little more from Milo in a minute. Milo is at Crackers Comedy Club tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, too. And we'll just take a short break. We're going to have to check in with our parade, get the final moments of the parade, and then we'll check in with Christy Lee. We got the Cash song coming up this morning.
All right, we'll come right back. It's 9:03 at WFBQ, WNDE, Indianapolis. Hi there, 9:07. You're with Bob and Tom. Good morning. Nice to see you.
Hi. Milo Tremley's going to join us again in a few minutes with some new stuff.
All right.
He's taking a short breather so we can talk with Christy Lee and with Mark Patrick and Sports the Way He Sees It, pal. And Mark will be with us momentarily.
All right.
We'll kick things off with Christy. Christy?
Okay, UCLA Medical Center reports David Crosby didn't have turkey and all the trimmings. He's still not on solid food. However, he is enjoying a good recovery. David's been upgraded to good condition. Doctors say he could be released in about 2 weeks.
Oh, wait, we're going to break
Christy,
away. I understand we have at Meridian Street and East Street. We have Nicaragua again.
Yeah, I think it's the parade just about coming to an end, so let's check in with the guy.
Sorry, little Missy had a lot of that turkey.
Hello?
Nick.
Hello?
Nick.
Hello? Let's check in with
you know, it just, you get a, when you feel the old intestines doing the wave, you had something yesterday. You probably should.
Hello?
Good morning to you. I am Nicaragua at the corners of Meridian and East Street with the post-Thanksgiving Day Parade. You hear behind me the St. Madge's biweekly macrame skunk-making knitting stick drum corps. And joining me down the parade route about a mile or so, Q95's newest disc jockey, Ken Starr. Ken.
Thank you, Nick. Passing in front of me now is the entry.
You forgot the show nice to be with you, dumbass.
If I get paid, I'd say it. Passing in front of me now is the entry from the Indianapolis Star and News. It's a beautiful float.
Fashioned entirely by the typesetters and editors at the Star News again, Ken.
That's exactly right. And spelled out in beautiful flowers and lilacs are the words, Hoppy Thanks Groving.
Oh, nice.
Oh, perfect.
Well, Ken, most of these floats just take weeks to put together, but the one passing in front of us now, the Lens Crafters float, was fashioned in about an hour.
Of course.
And here passing in front of me, Q95's newest rock sensation, the Electric Amish, riding in their horse-drawn buggy, throwing what appear to be ears of corn at the children in the crowd. Let's see if we can pick up some audio from the Amish.
Here, have some corn. Happy Thanksgiving. You'll surely burn in hell. You'll burn in hell. Happy Thanksgiving.
Anyway, following right behind the Amish in their horse-drawn buggy is Purdue grad astronaut Neil Armstrong.
Oh.
Walking right behind the Amish's carry. Whoop. Looks like old Neil just took one giant step into something he shouldn't have.
Ken, can you read me? Is that looks like that, the celebrities walking along there, it looks like that #1 TV announcer from Hong Kong. What the hell's his name?
Very popular over there. His name is Now Stay Tuned.
Oh, that's right.
They put him in front of me and I read him.
Gotcha.
There's the
Ed McMahon.
Audio trouble again.
Oh, man.
There's the Zen School System Band. They're not really playing their instruments.
Of course not.
Well, the crowds have been waiting pretty damn patiently for over an hour to see the float sponsored by the license branch. I guess they're going to be waiting on that one for a while. And
here's the giant balloon, Nick. Right over the crowd, very low to the ground. Giant, huge, gas-filled balloon of popular talk show host and film star Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh.
It's not a balloon. She's the Grand Marshal. You dumbass. That's Rosie.
So nice to be with you.
Well, here I've been forced to announce that for the third straight year, much to the disappointment of the crowd gathered here, the Steve Entman balloon had been scheduled, but it's not going to be able to be in today's parade.
Oh, jeez.
And finally, fellas.
Yeah.
Wrapping up this year's parade, one of the most popular entries we've ever had. It's local personality Don of Don's Guns, riding in a convertible, tossing out what appear to be little toy pistols to all the children in the crowd. Look at the kids grab for those toy fake guns.
We better cut away,
We better
Bob.
cut away there.
Sounds like a disaster there at
What a horrible ending.
Meridian and East Streets. You might want to avoid
Santa
that.
didn't even make it. I can't believe
You
it.
might want to avoid that intersection, Meridian and East Streets, Nick, and
Meridian and East.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the intersection.
sure.
Where they're right there at Premangers.
Yeah.
They got a big sale there
Great
today.
place.
Back to you, Christy.
There are big things
my.
going on downtown later on this evening, starting at 5 o'clock. It's the tree lighting ceremony on the Circle. 7 o'clock, it actually lights up. But before that, they're going to have a lot of entertainment. Duke Tomato will be down there. They'll have
We have to play
choirs.
Duke's
They'll
new
have
song this morning.
all kinds of fun things. We'll be
do that
selling
in
the
a few
Bob and
minutes.
Tom CD Canned Laughter on the Circle today.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So you can check that out. That's downtown Monument Circle, the place to be. 30th year for the tree lighting ceremony.
Wow.
North American acts at the MTV European Awards swept. In fact, the ceremonies gave out the best group to Aerosmith, Mariah Carey, Best Female Star, Bryan Adams, Canada, Best Male Star. The show is live from a huge tent in the center of Berlin with the Brandenburg Gate in the background. Winners were chosen from votes phoned in by European MTV viewers. Police in Nashville say Tommy Boyce of the songwriting team Boyce and Hart has committed suicide. His wife found him on the floor of their home with a note. The contents of that note has not been released. Boyce died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He wrote many of the songs the Monkees made hits, including Last Train to Clarksville, I'm Not Your Stepping Stone, the theme for the show. And Boyce and Hart also recorded some of their own tunes. I Wonder What She's Doing Tonight, a big hit for them in 1967. Boyce was 55. You can take a trip down memory lane with Old Blue Eyes tonight on CBS. Sinatra Duets is a retrospective of Frank Sinatra's career that includes spliced together duets with Neil Diamond, Willie Nelson, Patti LaBelle, that guy you'd never heard of, John Cicada, and others. New interviews were taped with Frank for the show, and you'll see footage of his duets recording sessions with a 54-piece orchestra.
But the people he was with weren't with him in the room for any of them again?
Not on this show.
Wow.
Barbra Streisand's concert will be rebroadcast on HBO tomorrow night. Of course, the show debuted August 21st. If you had missed it the first time, you can check it out this
That was
weekend.
actually a good show.
I've heard that from a lot of people. Imagine the McLaughlin Report with The Beat, and you've got the idea. VH1's new show, 4 on the Floor, features a panel of music critics discussing controversial topics. Host David Adelson will shoot questions to the group, such as women in rock, actual trend, or pointless label. And is the message of today's music more self-serving than it was in the 60s? The show premieres today at 11 a.m. What else is going on in the world of rock and roll? Black Crowes, who performed recently as Blessed Chloroform, will adopt another pseudonym for an incognito club tour. No venues have been announced. That'll begin on Saturday, but before giving up their star identity, they'll perform tonight on The Late Show with David Letterman. ABC in Concert features Jimmy Page and Robert Plant and Paul and Linda McCartney. And MTV has announced that the Bob Dylan Unplugged show will air Wednesday, December 14th at 8 o'clock, not December 15th, as previously announced. So
How many times will it air, Christy? Who knows?
Probably air a lot. But that's the
answer,
14th.
my friend, is in TV Guide.
So check it out. Be downtown for the tree lighting ceremony, also the lighting of Union Station, and then, of course, Market Square Arena, the place to be for the Pacer-Buck game. We'll probably talk about that and sports and more with Mark Patrick.
Marcus, saw your spot last night with Reggie.
Awful fun down there last night. The most entertaining game the Pacers have played all year.
Was last night's game, was that the TNT game that was blacked out here?
Well, it was on TBS.
That's what I meant,
And it was
TBS.
supposed to be blacked out here, but I guess American Cablevision, if you live within the old city limits and have American Cablevision, you were able to watch it because they forgot.
Oh.
Really?
What?
I was going to say Comcast didn't. They had their little thing up there.
Why do they black out a sold-out game?
NBA policy, 75-mile radius.
What's the point, though, to discourage people from getting into the team?
Apparently. Yeah, why root them on?
I don't understand it.
Mm-hmm. Who knows?
That one is beyond me.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I don't know.
They play tonight. Tonight's sold out already?
Tonight is sold out. Glenn Robinson, the big dog in town. And
That will not be televised also.
Will not be televised. And
The Revolution won't be televised, nor will the game.
once again, you've got the state championship games, 3 of them.
That's right,
at
today.
the Dome.
They actually start, what, in 12:30?
The lighting of the tree.
Wow.
And, of course, the Pacer game. Every year they do this.
And Dave Dugan downtown. Jeez.
On the Friday
Man.
after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, okay.
So you're not going to be able to move.
They expect 75,000 just
For the tree lighting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool.
Hello.
Big crowd. Good
You
fun.
bet.
Yeah, it's an enormous night.
Helicopters
downtown.
in the air covering it for all the TV stations.
So get down there early.
Where are you going to be? Are you going to be at your familiar perch at Market Square Arena?
Yeah, I'm going to head to the state championships for a while and then go to Market Square, and then Reggie's going to join us from there. We'll have wrap-ups of all the...
All right. Now, last night you were talking to Reggie about the Thanksgiving routine that these guys did. Obviously, they couldn't have a big Thanksgiving day, the day of a game.
They did it Wednesday.
So they all did it Wednesday.
Now, that makes sense.
A lot of the guys went to Vern Fleming's house.
Was that right?
So did Vern do the cooking?
Is Vern the chef?
I don't think so. I think his wife handled the majority of the cooking, and they had a good time.
Boy, that had to be a pretty big bird to feed those guys.
Isn't that amazing? Mm-hmm. You think of some of the... I think Antonio Davis was there. He alone would need like a 25-pound
I would
bird.
think.
You wonder what the metabolism is on guys like that. Dale Davis.
They probably just burn it right up.
Yeah.
As soon as they
Has
get
anybody
up
ever
and walk
measured
out.
how much these guys run?
During a game?
During a game.
I don't know.
I heard it was, someone said it was an average of about 5 miles per player is the way
Really?
it works out for a game of basketball.
The thing about it, though, is a series of sprints.
Right. Yes.
Which, to go out and run 5 miles is one thing, but then the series of sprints makes it even more. They're in amazing shape.
Sure.
Of all the professional athletes,
you would have to be.
They're pretty much top of the row right there.
Right.
Colts, of course, Sunday night at the RCA Dome we have a very, very busy weekend downtown because tomorrow the 4A and 5A championships at the RCA Dome.
Mm-hmm. And Chick's AA meeting also, so we're swung up.
Wow.
Now, Sunday night, national television, but not shown locally again.
here.
Is that also the case?
Right, not a sellout.
What a surprise.
So, but there are tickets available for that one if you want to go down. And
How
see
close to a sellout is it? Do you have any idea?
That I don't know, but it ought to be, unlike New England Colts games in the past, this one ought to be highly entertaining because you got Drew Bledsoe.
Yep.
Who's
gonna have-
unbelievable.
They're going to have a hell of a time stopping him.
You got Marshall Faulk, who is worth the price of admission no matter what game you're watching. And you got Trev Albert's return.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's right.
That, I think, is the best story of Sunday. Sports the way I see it, pal, brought to you by Hardee's new Philly steak cheese sandwich. Thin strips of steak, 2 slices of cheese, grilled onions served on an Italian roll, all for $1.99 at Hardee's. And happy 80th birthday to Joe DiMaggio.
Wow.
Wow,
The
80
Yankee
years old.
Clipper. Guy that everybody looks back on with class and grace. And
Oh, yeah.
An unbelievable player. But if you were to take him out of his day, late 40s, 50s, and put him into today's sporting world, number one, how much money would he be making? And number two,